Thought you might find this a little bit interesting, so I'm going to let you watch me work for a minute. This is my little character. This is my guy Scrump. As you can see, I've already got him started. I'm trying to finish putting his fingers on. I've got his ears on. I got to sculpt out his face. I'm going to let you watch and see what's going on here. So you can see exactly what it is that I do. Okay, this is the fun part, because now I have to decide how to put his other fingers on there. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my move tool, which I've already got selected. No, I don't want that move tool. I want this move tool, and I want a smaller brush size, and I'll leave the intensity about where it's at. Okay, so I have to come out here. I have to grab right here, and then I got to pull. And I got to pull. And I got to pull. And I got to go back up this way and look and see what I'm doing here. I got to pull some more. Pull some more. As you can see, I'm really messing up this geometry. But that's okay, because I'm using Dynamesh. And Dynamesh lets me do some neat things. Alright, that's kind of an ugly finger, huh? Well, let me show you something here. I take this little button, and you notice my little cursor turns from red to blue. When it's blue, it becomes a smoothing stick. Not overly happy with that at all, but I can fix it. Okay. Now, I need to fix my mesh a little bit because my mesh is messed up. So, again, I hit my command button and I make this little box over here. And it remeshes everything, so all my mesh is back to being normal. So if you zoom in and you look at his hand, you see okay, it's all even again. But now watch when I start pulling again. I need to pull it out some more. It'll start stretching my geometry again. See, it starts really messing with my geometry. So I go back and I use my smooth. I smooth it back out. And I'm still not happy with the way that's looking, because if you notice, it's still, the geometry is still kind of stretching and it's still kind of flat and kind of doesn't look like a finger, but it's getting there. Let me make this brush size a little bit smaller. And I can come over here and I guess move, move, move. I don't want to do that. Let's move this side over. Ah, that's better. See, this is kind of a weird program. It's called ZBrush, and it's kind of like working with wax. Now, luckily, this guy's only going to have 3 fingers, so this is going to work out nicely. I need a little bigger brush, because I'm trying to push. You can't push a lot of area if you got a little tiny brush. Get a big brush, you can move a lot at once, see? Now it's moving. But if you notice, my finger keeps getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And my geometry is really getting messed up. Now here's where I can really show you how this looks. And you see all this in here? It's all kind of stretched and looking kind of funky. So I come over here, I hit my command button. Oops, can't do that there. Take that out of there. Uh-oh. Go away. There we go. Now, I want to fix that again, so let's re-dynamesh it. Let's do it again so it gives me a good dynamesh. Now, if I zoom in, nice and clean again. Like a nice little squares again. And I still need to pull my finger out some more. So I come back and I go, let me see. I don't want that brush that big. Now I can also do this and change my brush size. I don't have to keep going up here. I got another little one here. Just hit the shift button and it brings up this screen, which lets me do other things as well. Yep, still too big. Now, you're going to like this. See, it doesn't, I mean, from one way it looks okay, from there it looks caca. Okay, so I'm going to go and play with this for a minute. I got this little button here, it's called an inflator button. I don't know if you can see what this is doing. I've got it set really low because if you don't set it low, it tends to make it blow up really big. But you can see it's really starting to distort my geometry again, so I come out and I smooth it a little bit. And as you can see, it's starting to look more like a finger. But it's still distorting the heck out of my geometry, which is no big deal. I can do that. I'm just going to work it up a little bit, get the shape in there that I want. And I'll come back in and smooth it out a little bit. I need to cut my smooth intensity down a little bit. It's kind of high. But this little blow up tool is really cool for doing what I'm doing here, because I can draw out my geometry, you know, make my finger get the spot that I want it, and then I can make it blow up. But it does funny things. It makes your funny look, you know, it gives you kind of a weird thing, so you got to keep going back and smoothing it. And yes, that's Saturday Night Fever you hear in the background. You see what I did here? I moved this and I didn't want to do that. So I need to move my move brush. Move this bad boy back over. Uh-oh. That's not good. ZBrush. You see what I did? I married them together. I don't know how I did that, so I got to go backwards. So I hit my Z back until I disconnect them. There we go. Now I take the tip of his finger and I move that over. Alright, a little smaller. I know you're going, what the heck are you doing? I'm separating my fingers because they got stuck together. I glued them together somehow. I do that every once in a while. Alright, let's go like this. It's time to smooth a little bit and blow it up a little bit. Give me back my pupper. Blow up a little bit. See, I'm not really happy with that thumb either. I need to go in there and make some adjustments. Get my new brush, push that in a little bit. You get that big old meaty part on your palm. I mean, I don't think this guy's palm's ever going to get seen, but still. It's nice to know that I'm actually doing this much work on it. Take that intensity down a little bit. That's a little too much. Smoothing. I don't want it to, because if you smooth it too much, it'll erase it. And that's not fun. But I thought I'd do this for you just so you could understand sometimes why, you know, I tell you I do this stuff and I get going with it and I get lost, you know, in what I'm doing. It's kind of like when you're drawing, except when I'm drawing, I'm doing 3 dimensions. And right now I'm actually not doing this right because I'm using my trackball, not my tablet. And this is actually a whole lot easier. I'm going to have to plug my tablet in. It's a lot easier with the tablet. You get a lot better control. Oh, and by the way, this is really kind of neat because you see this right here? Watch this. Oh, you poopy head. You go over and look at the other hand, thinking, oh my God, I'm doing all this work on this hand, then I got to go do the other one. Nope, the other one's doing the same thing. See? Right here? Anything I do on this side, I'm doing on this side. It's got this thing called symmetry. If you look, you see there's 2 little dots. If you look, you got the circle with the X in it, and then you got the little dot on the other side. The other dot is the other side where it's actually working. Okay, I think it's time to Dynamesh. And give me my smooth brush. Smooth out a little bit. But, like I said, I just did this because I thought you might like to see my workflow. And see what I got to go through to get stuff done. Let's pull this out a little bit because I got to put, oops. I got to put another finger in there. At least one more. Give me a little bigger draw size. Just a little bit bigger. Ah, there we go. Now it's working. I got to make it wide enough. I need to make room for my other fingers. And then I go back here with my inflator. And I kind of inflate my finger up a little bit. Now it's got some thickness to it. It looks like a finger again. So what do you think, kids? You like that? Is that cool or what? And let's go and smooth this out. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to let you see something here too so you can see what I'm working on. Alright. Z-time. There you go. Alright. There's my guy that you're looking at and you're going, okay, whatever. Okay. I'm going to show you. I'm going to drop this screen. And I'm going to open this guy up. This is what I'm working on. That's what I'm trying to make right there. I'm pretty sure you're still seeing all this. Because it hasn't told me it stopped recording. But anyway, I'm going to send this to you one way or another. Let me know what you think, okay? I didn't want to make this too long. I think 18 minutes is long enough. I'll talk at you later. Have a good one.